I was recently turned on to this article by Fidelity, which talks about, are you invested in the right kind of accounts? See how tax smart asset location can potentially help improve after tax returns. I'm like, all right, cool. They're going to start to talk about some real stuff here. Asset location, which is not to be confused with asset allocation. Asset location is really talking about the taxable treatment of where your money is. And this is kind of what I talk about all the time. But what if I told you the fact that they are blatantly omitting one of the best vehicles or tools for asset location on purpose? If they're doing that to you and they know the real answer, isn't that kind of like lying to you? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you what that real asset is, how to use it properly, and how to make sure it fits into your overall portfolio. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's jump right in. So are you invested in the right kind of accounts? And this was an article they put out earlier this year. And here are some of the key takeaways right here. An investing strategy called asset location has the potential to help lower your overall tax bill. Awesome. Know the difference between taxable, tax deferred, and tax exempt accounts? Absolutely. And by putting tax inefficient investments in tax deferred or tax exempt accounts, rather than in taxable accounts, can help potentially improve the overall tax efficiency of your investments. I 100% agree with this sentiment. And I'll highlight this section right here so you can see it. In real estate, it's location, location, location. In investing, the same bit of wisdom also has a place. Where you put your investments, meaning the type of account you choose, can make a major difference in how much you can earn after tax over time. I love it. That's because different investments are subject to different tax rules, and different types of accounts have different tax treatment. Sorting your investments in different accounts, a strategy often called asset location, has the potential to help lower your overall tax bill. I'm all in. Let's go see. I want Fidelity to do the right thing here, and let's see if they will. Know the three main types of investing accounts, right? And so they go further to break it down from taxable accounts, tax deferred accounts, and tax exempt accounts. So when I started looking further at the tax exempt accounts, okay, Roth IRAs, Roth 401ks, Roth 403bs, okay, require contributions to be made after tax, do not provide a tax deduction up front, but they allow the investor to avoid future further taxation. They're leaving something out here. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you may already know what that is, but they're leaving one of the best tax exempt vehicles the federal government has ever created out. We'll get to that here in a second. So they further go down and say, can you benefit from an active asset location strategy? And there's four main criteria that tend to indicate whether an asset location strategy may be a smart move for you. Okay, one, you're currently paying a high marginal income tax rate. Two, you expect to pay a lower marginal tax rate in the future. I don't know. Three, you have some significant assets in tax inefficient investments held in taxable accounts, okay? And four, you're investing for the long term. Now remember, when I have been going through this before, and let me show you this, we are focusing on future taxes. And future taxes really have, in my opinion, only have one place to go, because look at the magnitude and the quantity of the amount of debt. Even as we sit here in this video, go through a couple seconds, look at what is happening to the US national debt. Look at what's happening to the average debt per citizen. Look down here in the bottom right, Social Security liability, Medicare liability, unfunded US liabilities. Look at what that number is, $215 trillion, which is the equivalent to $640,000 per citizen. How do you think our federal government is going, or your state government is going to try to curb this massive liability and deficit? Well, they're going to come after income taxes. They're going to, not just income taxes, taxes in general. They're going to try to figure out a way to get more revenue coming in. And their idea on how to do that is not to stimulate small business activity in as much as it is to try to tax those people that are earning money, whether earned income, passive income, long-term capital gains, short-term capital gains. They're going to be coming after your taxes. And so what we have to look at is Are you in the position to benefit from this asset location strategy? So in general, the following are higher on the tax advantage scale if held for longer than 1 year. Individual stocks, mutual funds, tax managed equities, because held longer than 1 year, it goes into long-term capital gains as opposed to short-term capital gains, which is taxed as ordinary income. And these tend to be lower on the tax advantage scale, which is bond and bond funds, actively managed stock funds that have lots of turnover, typically held less than a year, so it generates ordinary income. So when we look at the taxable, tax deferred, tax exempt matrix, that this is what Fidelity put together, you know, it's decent, but it's leaving out something crucial that you guys, we've started a conversation of, but we haven't really spent a tremendous amount of time digging into it as compared to the others, the other types of investments, okay? And so tax municipal bonds right here, you can put fixed investment options, equity investment options, free from contribution limits, income tax-free death benefit. So tax-free muni bonds only has 2 of those, fixed investment options and free from contribution limits. Roth IRA, you can put fixed investments, you can put equity investments, but you are limited to what you can put into a Roth IRA, and there is no income tax-free death benefit. But then you get over here to life insurance. Why did Fidelity choose to leave out life insurance from their matrix right here? Well, like I've told you before, compensation drives behavior, and Fidelity is an investment management company. They are not an unbiased party in this educational experience, so they are giving you access to a piece of the information. But what they know to be true is what you and I also know to be true, or I'm trying to help you know to be true, which is the fact that cash value life insurance offers tax-deferred growth, tax-free distributions, competitive returns, depending on what type of cash value life insurance policy you have, has unlimited contribution limits depending on the structure and how the design of the life insurance works, has long-term care benefits, disability benefits, living benefits, many types of additional benefits, can be used as collateral for future loans, is safe, has no loss provisions written into it for various types of benefits, guaranteed loan options. You can borrow money from it and you can choose your payment back to it. Interest only, pause those interest payments for a while or those loan payments for a while, interest plus principal. You can change the time frame and the term of the loan, which gives you liquidity, use, and control of your money. And so when we go through what we call the 10-minute lesson on life insurance, and I've done a video on this, but I'll just go through this again. The federal government is the one that set the limit for how much money can go into a life insurance policy based on the size of the death benefit determines the premium amount that can go in. Anything above that line, which is called a modified endowment contract line, the distributions, not the death benefit, but the distributions become subject to IRA, 401k, SEP IRA, 403b, starting to sound like asset location conversation, not just asset allocation conversation. But why did Fidelity leave out life insurance? Again, because they're not compensated on life insurance. And the reason why life insurance gets such a bad name is because if I toggle this premium line down, right, this is where life insurance gets expensive, because what happens is you're sold a policy by a guy or a person, you know, that really doesn't have your best interest in mind. They're just trying to maximize their commission because they're either one of 3 things, and I've talked about this before: lazy, ignorant, or greedy. Probably a little bit of all 3, but greed really comes in higher. So this is where Dave Ramsey and Susie Orman really start destroying life insurance. And the reason why Fidelity is able to win in that life insurance conversation is because that in the life insurance industry, we're just beating ourselves up, but not for your benefit. When we do it for your benefit the right way, we're creating the smallest possible death benefit that the government allows for the maximum amount of contributions that you want to put in. And when you do it the right way, my life insurance design, or the proper life insurance design, is cheaper than a 1% management fee and the taxation that the Fidelity account would provide over time. And I've done a video on that. You can see that one here. Life insurance is not what you think it is. So why aren't you being told about it? Is because people mainly don't understand it, haven't done the proper education on it, and can't get compensated on it. Lazy, ignorant, greedy. I wish there was a better answer for this. So asset location is something that you need to think about in your overall portfolio along with asset allocation. But remember, life insurance has the benefits and features that you're looking for. The only thing it doesn't have is deductible contributions, but everything else gives you the opportunity to create tax-deferred growth, tax-free income to protect yourself and mitigate yourself from what's coming in the future, which is higher income taxes, higher capital gains taxes, higher estate taxes, higher taxes. This is the place to be. It's not the be all end all, but it's something that you need to include in your overall portfolio. Reach out to me, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know how I can help you. We can put a design together for you. I'll see you in the next video.